Coach, are you a little more encouraged? It's been a process, encouraged based on over the weekend, what took place. It's got to be encouraging for you.
More encouraged. That's a good way to phrase it. I think that I was very, very pleased with our defense and our game plan, and that we executed it to a T for pretty much 40 minutes, defensively. I think that that's something we can definitely grow on and build on, and we're seeing some different things work with our ladies and teaching them some new defenses they've never seen before. So that was very encouraging. I think that we still need to get better at a few things too. We need to take care of the ball a little bit better. We need to knock some shots down a little bit more consistently, and I think we're just plugging away. And I got to tell you though, just morale is great. Amongst the staff, the team, and that's a very, very good thing to have the record the way it is, and everybody still believes and everybody's trying as hard as they can.
Will you concentrate more on defense? You mentioned some new things.
Yeah, well, I think that we're teaching them some new ways to play defense more than anything else. I think that extending for 94 feet and pressing and trapping with the personnel we have and our limitations there is not the answer, and that's been very obvious for the last month or so. We're not the team right now that can just be down by 20, throw on a press, and be right back in the game 5 minutes later. We have to keep it close the whole way through, and pretty much be perfect for 40 minutes right now.
Coach, you mentioned morale. It's not getting to them the record, and how much do they, or maybe you don't talk about it, do they talk about the record, getting the monkey off the back kind of thing, and let's get a win? It's not getting to them?
I was just talking with Macy a minute ago. We had a little point guard meeting and talked about a few of our plays and what option is first and what option is second, just a brief 5-10 minute meeting. And and at the end of it, we both just looked at each other and said, Macy, we need to win. And she said, I know, Coach, we do. And that's it. I mean, we both smiled, and she does a little handshake thing with me that I do with them. And, I think everybody's very positive, and spirits are good. We all want the win. We all know we need the win. And we think there's a lot of upsets going on right now. That's something we're talking a lot about, is the upsets and anything that can kind of fuel them and give them energy and motivation and confidence. But I think we're playing well, I think, despite the situation.
You've touched on a couple of times the support of fans and the program and boosters and all that kind of stuff, being so supportive in a tough season. Do you understand maybe some of the frustration, though? Do you grasp the frustration of some fans who are saying, man, what's going on there, who maybe don't know?
Yeah. I wish that we could rephrase the question and ask them if they could understand the frustration that I'm experiencing, because I don't think there's anyone more frustrated than myself. So I do understand that fans, want to see wins here at Youngstown State. To those fans that are a little frustrated, I guess, I just encourage you to quit reading the newspaper and just watching the news and my press conferences. Come watch these young ladies play. You'll see how much they're improving, and you can't cheer against them. If you come out and watch their spirit and their heart and their team chemistry, you become a true supporter of them. And I don't think anybody isn't supporting us. I think our fans have been great. And every day I was at the radio show last night, and people were telling me, what a great job they're doing, and they're holding their heads high, and they're winning. They're playing with class, and they're winners on and off the floor despite the records column. So sure, to someone that I guess just lives in Youngstown and maybe just reads the paper, when you haven't won any games, I'm sure you might not know the whole story. So I would invite them out to the gym. Come watch a practice.
Coach, with that being said, how do you keep it going, and how do you keep the motivation going? Because obviously fans are important, and if they're not coming because of wins and losses, how do you win them back?
But I think, I guess maybe this is a different topic. I don't think we've lost our fans, so I think our fans are still there. I think our attendance is great. I think we're second in the league on attendance, and we get standing ovations when we leave the court sometimes. I think our fans are there. I don't think that we've lost our fans. I just think that, so maybe the non-sports person seeing the paper, they might not understand the injuries that we're having. But how do you keep going? Dana, I think it's simple. I think that my mom and dad raised me to always be positive and always look at a situation as to how do we continue to improve it and make it better. So for me, that's a no-brainer. That's my structure as a person, and my job is to make sure everybody around me is always thinking and feeling the same thing. And I'm just lucky. I'm around good people, that are just hardworking, and they believe in the future and the promise of what we have here at Youngstown State. And we got a commitment last week from a 2011 recruit that I'm not allowed to announce her name or anything, but good things are happening despite the record.
You mentioned recruiting. When you go out on the recruiting trail, how do you sell the program? Obviously, you haven't won this year and last year.
Yeah, we sell the history. We sell the rich tradition, that Ed had here in the 90s. We sell the facilities. We saw the opportunity to play right away. We saw the conference. The Horizon League is a very, very good conference, and day in, day out, they'll play against great competition. And we saw our coaching staff and our team, and just the people that they're going to be surrounded with, and why I took this job in the first place, because the people, everybody I met in my interview and in the process really believes that we can do something special here, and we got a lot to sell. So if there are top recruits out there in junior college right now that can average 20 points a game, they can help us right away. And if they can't score right now, then they couldn't help us right now. So we have to be very specific at who we're looking at also.
Anything specific about Detroit to discuss?
Yeah, they're athletic, they're quick. They've got two little Garlands running around on defense, so they're going to be pretty quick at the 1 and 2 positions, Jim. And they've got a really good scorer on the perimeter, really good post player inside. Autumn is doing a fantastic job there in her second year, and I think really has those girls really believing and working hard. And they took a tough situation this fall, and boy, talk about a team that's really capitalized here in conference at 5 and 2. They're playing really, really well right now, and have kind of peaked right at the right time. And I'm excited to go play them.